They are some of the biggest events in Las Vegas history, and they are happening back to back. Of course, we're talking about Formula One, the Super Bowl, Southern Nevada, gearing up for this big influx of people who will be coming to our area.
Exciting times for sure. And when it comes to safety, Metro police officers won't be on their own. In tonight's Operation Crime and Justice report, News 3's Denise Rosh explains how one outside agency will be doing its part.
Yeah, last week we told you how federal and state resources will be available during both Formula One and Super Bowl 58. That includes, for instance, the National Guard. But while much of the focus will be around the events themselves, private security companies will play a different role.
Good boy.
Jonathan Alvarez says it's a nose you can count on.
This is Pele. So Pele's a 6-year-old half German Shepherd, half Malinois. And he's an explosive detection canine.
Here at the Plaza in downtown Las Vegas, Alvarez with Protective Force International is under contract to supplement the property's own security team.
Come here, sit. Good boy.
And after just 5 years in business, demand for this type of service has grown.
I think we're at 16 casino partners throughout the valley right now that we do existing support operations, whether it's K9 and our specialty team, which is the emergency security team. And those guys are responsible for, drawing the line on the stand, being the ones that are going to assist in those critical incidents before law enforcement gets there.
And come this November, it'll be all hands on deck as Las Vegas welcomes a string of high-profile events, from Formula One to New Year's Eve to the Super Bowl. While Metro Police have been working on a security plan for nearly 2 years to keep Allegiant Stadium safe, Alvarez says companies like his will be working a different mission.
While everybody's focused on the big game, all of our partners here, specifically the Plaza, are having events of their own. So we augment their security and make sure that, the community is being taken care of as well.
Just last week, state lawmakers allocated funds to beef up security along the Strip during race weekend.
F1's new to us. We haven't done this yet. It's going to be new for all of our valley.
And Alvarez says individual properties are doing the same. His company is now hiring, even while a wait list of potential clients grows.
There's so many people who want us. We're sometimes at a 60, 90-day waiting period because to pump out our officers, we have to go through a good vetting process, our academy training.
I have to be honest, every event that we have down here is really crazy.
Gil Chavez is director of security at the Plaza, who says Alvarez and his team make a difference.
What you're looking for is levels of security that you can go to, different levers you can pull for whatever. This gives us another level that we can do. It gives us a visual deterrence and the armed response that we need for a lot of these big events that'll help keep guests safe, as well as our employees.
And while Pele turns a few heads walking through the casino, he's unfazed by the attention, trained to do a job.
Good boy.
And help keep Southern Nevada safe.
Well, we have reported on several high-profile crimes involving groups of teenagers so far this summer, and now some in the community are questioning what needs to be done to reverse that trend. Good evening, everyone. Glad you're with us. I'm Jim Snyder.
And I'm Latoya Silman. Police say an incident at a 7-Eleven involved at least 10 girls getting into a fight. Kristen Drummond joins us now live outside of Metro headquarters with the very latest on this investigation and the response from community leaders. Kristen?
Well, Jim and Latoya, it's a concern among organizations that advocate for youth following this fight last night. Now, I reached out to Metro for a copy of the incident report to get a better understanding of what caused this fight. However, we still have not yet received it. But this last night's fight among the girls is just the latest to happen among minors and regarding crime around the valley.
Yeah, I saw like a group of teenagers. Anywhere 12 and above.
While finishing up work on Tuesday, Eric Alvarez says he heard an argument outside his office.
And it was loud like usually, but they were unusually loud. So basically I kind of like peeked out and I saw there were some sort of verbal jousting between the groups.
Not paying much attention to the groups until.
And then I heard a car spinning, just burning rubber, like right on the alleyway next door. So that's when I got up. I didn't see the car, but I did see, 2 young ladies laying down.
Metro Police say a fight happened among at least 10 girls outside the 7-Eleven on Boulder Highway and Missouri Avenue. Some girls even getting in a car that hit a few in the other group. Officers say 2 were taken to the hospital and are expected to be okay.
It's incredibly sad and disgusting at the same time.
Law enforcement investigating various crimes this month involving juveniles. That includes 3 teens killed when a stolen Kia hit a light pole at high speed in North Las Vegas on August 2nd. Metro Police also investigating a minor hitting a bicyclist and driving away in a stolen car on August 14th on North Tenaya Way by Centennial Parkway.
So these things are happening because there's a lack of presence, adult presence in their lives, maybe a lack of direction.
Richard Jack, executive director of Gentlemen by Choice and Ladies by Choice, an organization educating youth on leadership and focusing on personal development.
I think a lot of our youth are struggling because what programs are out there that's really teaching those type of values to young people? We're feeling that pressure. What are other organizations in the Valley feeling? How are they dealing with these kind of hurdles to do right by the youth? And what can we do as a community to try and reverse that conversation?
To help youth make better decisions and change the perspective of some in the community.
If I see like a group of teenagers running around there, I probably won't go to 7-Eleven. I'm not gonna go next door and get a drink because I'm like, yeah, I'll wait for that thing to pass.
Really is getting testy. The teachers union demanding higher pay, more than what the district is offering. And Crisis in the Classroom investigative reporter Tiffany Lane is here in the studio. I know you were at a rally at a local high school this afternoon.
Yes, tomorrow actually and Friday, the next 2 negotiation meetings between the district and union, and that is huge. We'll find out what happens from here. But in the meantime, payday rallies like the one you mentioned continue across the district, and they're saying a contract is needed now. But again, what this means over the next few weeks is the question.
2, 4, 6, 8, why don't you negotiate?
Dozens of educators and community members rallying outside Rancho High School Wednesday afternoon.
Why don't you negotiate?
These rallies come as a bitter feud continues between CCSD and the Clark County Education Association, aka the Teachers Union, over teacher contracts. CCSD is proposing a nearly 7% increase this year and 1% next year, while the Teachers Union is firm with a 10% increase demand this year and 8% the following year.
Having a better pay would help encourage me to keep teaching instead of just retiring and maybe trying to find a job elsewhere to double dip. I like teaching.
We want what's fair, and you know, it's no secret, Las Vegas, Clark County is not a cheap place to live anymore.
Last Thursday, thousands of educators protested inside and outside the CCSD Board of Trustees meeting, leading the board to adjourn the meeting. Thursday and Friday are the next negotiation meetings.
I'm hoping that the trustees and the superintendent heard it loud and clear, the frustration from our educators. They are not happy with the proposal that the superintendent and CCSD has put on the table. It's not enough for them, and it's a slap in the face, especially when administrators got a 10% increase.
The union says the two parties are about $250 million apart in reaching an agreement. Money they say is available through Senate Bill 231 from the most recent legislative session. CCSD Superintendent Dr. Jesus Jara saying this in our interview on August 3rd.
One-time money is really difficult to be able to go into raises because that becomes a recurring.
Assemblyman and Rancho High School teacher Ruben De Silva disagrees.
State allocations to our actual subsidiary districts, so on and so forth, infrastructure. I mean, there's so many agencies that we fund. They are all one-time allotments. You know, we go back every 2 years and we refund the government. And that is exactly what we intend to do here.
The teachers union has given the district until August 26th to come with a contract that can be ratified, or the union says it may take work actions. The district late last month filed a lawsuit for injunctive relief to prevent the union from striking, saying it would be a violation of state law. The teachers union in response saying the lawsuit is premature and that no proposal for a strike has been laid before the membership. No strike vote has been taken. Tuesday afternoon, the district filed its response saying defendants and CCEA leaders have continued to threaten, prepare for, and engage in work actions that plainly amount to a strike under state law.
They're trying to shut down our voices. They don't want educators to fight for what rightfully is theirs, and that's a better contract, a better pay, and better salary and benefits.
Now, the union says it's firm with its pay and benefit demands. We will be monitoring this developing story and provide updates as they become available. Now, send us your tips on issues impacting our schools, including this one. Whether you're a student, parent, employee, or concerned community member, scan that QR code on your screen or email schooltips@news3lv.com. You can also call 702-805-0489.
Just click below and subscribe to News 3. You'll get more stories that affect your community.